Hi, my name is Craig Ikas, and today I will be explaining to you how to play the card game Golf. This game is a pretty simple game and it's pretty easy to learn, but it is a game that involves a lot of strategy and it also involves a lot of luck, so that's also a big component to it. So the basic setup is anyone can play, any number of people can play, unlimited, and you pretty much just set up, it's 6 cards in 3 rows, and you could sit around a table with a deck in the middle, and you go around, one person starts, and usually if there's 6 people playing, the game lasts 6 rounds, and the object of the game is to have the lowest score. Now this game's a lot like the actual sport golf, which is why we adopted it as golf. My great uncle actually invented the game, and he's a big card player, so he kinda manipulated it a little and changed some rules to make it his own game that we now play. But anyway, you start out with everyone sitting around a table with 6 cards, and you start the game with 2 cards faced up. It's random draw, and the other 4 cards are face down. And how it goes is one person starts, picks a card like this, and if they get a card that they like, they can just place it in here and then the discard pile. And it just kind of rotates around until if a person sees a card they like, they take it, and if not, they could just chuck it to the discard pile. But there is some strategy involved in this game, which makes it a lot of fun. Cards like 7, cards 2 through 8, including 7, count for their numerical value, which means if you pick a 7 or a 7 is sitting in your hand, that's what it counts. It's 7. And like I mentioned before, the object of the game, like the sport golf, is to get the lowest number. So cards like the king by itself is 0, so kings are very good. Aces count as 1, which is very good also. And then if you match up cards like a queen and a jack together are 10 points, so they're very bad. You want to make sure to discard those and get rid of those. But if you match them up together and line them up, then they cancel out as 0, and 0 is very good. A good score in this game is anywhere from usually 0 to 10, because the main goal is to get as low as you can. And my family tends to play this in a tournament style, which you can choose how many times you play, and what you do is after every round, everyone adds up their score, and at the end, whoever has the lowest wins. Now, there's some strategy. You don't want to, when you pick a card and you don't like it and it's a bad card, you see the person next to you has that card, but they don't have another card next to it, which means that they have an open spot to match up. The strategy would be to not give them the card, because then they cancel out and get 0. So there's a lot of strategy involved in this game, and you don't want to give away cards to other people, because it's a very selfish game, very individualistic. You want to look at your own hand and always be aware of what's going on around you, because you never know, something that rarely happens but sometimes does. If you get 4 cards in a square, it's called a postage stamp. That's kind of one of our rules that we made up. And that plus 10 to everyone playing, so that the person who gets the postage stamp, it really helps. So, and this game is great because there's games like poker and stuff like that goes over little kids' head, but I play this with my little sisters, and everyone can play it. It's an inclusive game, and it goes a lot about the game of golf. It has a lot of similarities, so for my family, which is a huge golf family, this game is perfect for us, and you can share the game with anyone. It's very easy to play. All you need is one deck of cards, and there's no real rule set, no like paper rules or anything. It's just once you start to play it, you'll learn how to get the hang of it, and I think whoever tries to play it will really enjoy it.